Hi guys, thanks for joining me today on my channel. I hope you're doing great. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Karen. I'm glad you stopped by. Today I'm going to be playing with some new items, some new things I have. So I'm just going to put together this face, and if you want to see how I did this, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so I have my brows done and I have my eyes primed, and I am going to go in with the eyes first. So I wanted to use this new McGrath palette that I had picked up. I saw Michelle from Cinnamon Girl Beauty with it, and I fell in love with it. So this is what it looks like. I'm sure, oops, let's cover up the mirror. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to go in and just see what I come up with. So I'm wanting to take this medium brown matte around the center of my eye in the transition shade. And I'm using a Sigma E40. I have an idea of what I want to do, whether it turns out or not, who knows, but... Alright, so now I wanted to do this shade all over the lid, the dark brown. So I think I'm going to pull this up so I can really, and I'm just taking a Makeup Geek foiled shadow brush. It's like a shader type brush. This palette is just so pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. You barely have to do any blending. That's how nice it is. Okay, now I want to take my brush, my original brush, and I'm just going to very lightly smooth out those edges. Okay. Now I'm going to take a makeup wipe and try to clean off underneath. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight the brow bone, and I do not want a shimmery shade, so I am going to draw this light color that I use often. It's called White Peach from the Too Faced Peach palette, and do my brow. Okay, now I think I'm going to do some liquid liner. I'm going to use the NYX liquid black liner. Okay, now I'm going to very carefully take that same brush, that foiled brush, put a little Fix Plus on it, and dip back into that brown and see if I can't get a little more of the sparkles to it, and if not, I'll take another color. So I'm just going to take my brush, get a little bit on there, and see if I can't very carefully, yeah, see, it really sparkles it up, shows those reflex. You know, I think I'm going to actually wipe off my brush and put just a smidge gold. So I think I'm going to take, let me see which gold I want to do. I'm going to take this one, the middle on the bottom here. Just take a little pat of that. Yeah, see, that's what I needed. Otherwise, it was looking a little too flat. And then now I'm going to take my and wipe it. Okay, I'm much happier with that. Alright, so now we're going to skip the eyes for right now, and we're going to move on to face. And I'm going to use my new Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. I have it in the shade Cashew Beige. I got this on the sale. And then I'm going to use the Laura Mercier primer, the foundation primer. I really like this primer. It's like luminescent. Feels really, really good. And then I'm going to take my beauty sponge and my foundation. So to shake it up. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and see how I do. Okay, now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer in the shade 2N. I can't decide what I think about this concealer yet. I'm kind of on the fence, so I keep on trying it, see if I can come up with a verdict. It's a little bit peachy, and I got this online. So I'm not sure, you know, if a different color would be better. I do not know. And then I am going to set it with a new thing I have, which is the Becca Undereye Brightening Setting Powder. Me and setting powders, I struggle, but this seems to be okay. I wouldn't say it's the best I've ever had, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do is get a small brush. Okay, and I'm going to tap and then set. And then tap. And set. And I'm going to lightly set the rest of my face ever so lightly with a little bit of Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And that's all I do with that. Now we're going to move on. I do not have a new bronzer, so I'm just going to use the PUR Mineral Glow Bronzing Powder. Looks like that. And I use this two-sided Shade and Light brush from Kat Von D. Warm up the cheeks. Okay, so that's all I'm doing for bronzing. Now, I did get a new highlight or a new blush that I wanted to try out. That's been really fun. It's a MAC blush in Hey Coral Hey. It is so fun for summer. Look how pretty that is. So I'm going to put a little bit of blush on. And I'm using the Morphe E4. It's like a angled brush. Okay, now I wanted to show you. I got this on sale on Sephora's website. This is the Becca Light Chaser highlighter in Rose Quartz. And this is so pretty. And so I'm going to put that on as my highlighter. I'm going to take my fan brush. This is a Morphe G23. I don't know if you could see the slight reflect that it gives. It gives like a rose reflex. It's really pretty over the top of this. Now we're going to work on my lower lash line. So I want to smoke out the bottom. So first I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs liner in Blacker. It's a fine liner. And I'm going to do my waterline, tight line, and smoke out my bottom lashes. And probably put on my lashes, and I'll come back and show you. Okay, so what I did was I tight lined, waterlined, smudged out with a smudger brush. I used this small crease brush, but it has a nice firm head to it, and I really smoked out my bottom lashes, or my bottom lash line, if you couldn't tell. Then I took a little bit of the brown and then a little bit of this to lighten it up, and just to give it a really nice smoky look to the bottom. Then I put on lashes and my mascara. And the lashes today are House of Lashes Iconic Lights. And then now we've moved on to the eyes are all done except for inner corner highlight. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use this shade from, oh gosh, I'm sorry. This shade right here from it, the lightest one. And I'm just going to put that in the inner corner. To brighten it up, and then we're moving on to lips. Today I want to use, to keep up with all the new stuff, I had recently purchased the Fenty gloss. It's in Gloss Bomb that I want to use. I think it would look really good with this look, but I'm going to line my lips, and I think for that I'm going to use Half Red from MAC. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips and then put on the gloss. Alright, now I'm going to add my gloss. I've been wanting this for such a long time. It's so pretty. Everyone raves over this gloss. Oh, it smells good. It smells like orange sickle. Like orange creamsicle. Well, I can see why. It's beautiful. Alright, so there you go. So I was able to use a lot of my new products. I have my new Pat McGrath palette I used. I used my new powder, my new Laura Mercier foundation, my new what's it called? Light Chaser highlighter, and my new MAC blush in Hey Coral Haze. So I know it, and of course the lip gloss. I hope you found it fun to follow along and see the new items I was playing with. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.